As the fog began to roll in, the quaint town of Ravensbrook shivered with whispers about the old house on Crimson Hill. No one dared to venture close. It was said the house was alive with something dark and unfathomable. A place where the line between the living and the dead blurred into an unholy union. The tale begins with Emily, a daring investigative journalist with a penchant for mysteries. Determined to debunk the legends, she drove her rusted, red hatchback up the winding path to the house. A chilling wind tore through the trees, as if nature itself tried to warn her away, but Emily was undeterred. She stepped through the rotten gate, its hinges screeching in protest, and walked up to the front door, heavy and swollen with age. The door creaked open with a push, revealing a grand entrance hall, frozen in time. Dust filled the air, catching the light from her flashlight, as haunting portraits of eyes that seemed to follow her every move lined the walls. Her shouts echoed back to her, unanswered, swallowed by the vast emptiness inside. As she explored, Emily felt an ever-present weight, an unseen touch that sent shivers down her spine. Suddenly, a loud thud resonated from upstairs. Determined yet trembling, she climbed the sweeping staircase to the source. The eerie corridor at the top seemed like an endless stretch, each wooden floorboard creaking under her weight. As she reached a decayed room filled with archaic furniture, the air grew cold. She could see her breath form misty clouds. In the center of the room stood a tall, antique mirror draped in a tattered sheet. Driven by curiosity and an unseen force, she pulled the sheet off. The mirror reflected more than just her. Shadows danced behind her, forming ghastly shapes and leering faces. A chill wrapped around her neck like invisible hands. As she turned to escape, the hallway transformed a labyrinth of endless doors and dead ends. Panic surged through her veins. She tripped over what she thought was loose floorboard, but reaching out, felt something cold and soft, a decaying hand. Her scream filled the house, reverberating until swallowed by the oppressive silence. As Emily stumbled back, she found herself in front of a door. Desperate, she opened it, revealing a staircase descending into darkness. With no other option, she crept down the steps, each one creaking louder than the last. At the bottom, she faced an old, wooden chest emitting a low, guttural hum. As Emily forced it open, a luminous apparition emerged, filling the room with a blinding, sinister light. The last thing she saw was a pair of hollow, vengeful eyes staring back at her before she was engulfed in darkness. Days later, her rusted hatchback was found empty at the foot of Crimson Hill, and Emily was never seen again. The house, it seemed, had claimed another.